Volcanic pumice blocks some parts of the Japan, especially in Okinawa, but they have arrived now in the Tokyo. If you remember, several months ago in summer, I reported about the appearance of a new island, volcanic island, underwater, bursting to the surface, coming at the surface. After a while, it gets a little bit washed, and we know that. There are other possibilities also that there is more volcanic eruptions under the water. We don't see them. But this was the one that we saw actually. In real time, I showed you the videos of that. Now in the island of Okinawa, what you will see, Okinawa is not one island, it's an archipelago or something like that. You see a lot of pumice arriving at the seaside. This guy is a lady, of course, is showing us the thickness of this cover of pumice. Pumice is a volcanic rock creating the phreatic explosions when the water is involved, and they create a lot of bubbles by the expansion of the heated water. Creates a lot of bubbles in the volcanic rock, and they make the pumice actually to float on the water. As you can see now, it floats on the water. It doesn't sink. It's lighter than the water, and a lot of them are now washed to the beach. If it was on the land, we find a resource of pumice. They're very good. They're good insulations. You can use them. On the shores, of course, you have to collect them. You have to remove them. And if you're not prepared for that, what happens is that your shores will be blocked. And you will have a blocked shore. At the same time, the water gets murky because there's a lot of smaller particles in that. And practically, the economic advantage will be, neutralized by the cost of removing them, getting rid of them. Well, that is what we are trying to do in Japan, in Okinawa. We are trying to actually get rid of the pumice. As you can see, there's plenty of it. It's not just a few stones. Look at the texture of this pumice. It's very light. Satellite images show that they're arriving thick and fast into the ports. And when there is no port, of course, that cannot be much big problem. When there is a port, you can see that it blocks the port practically. So we have to find a way to remove it. At the moment, the only way we know is just to bring a machinery and like a spatula, just remove them from the surface, skim the surface, and take them off like the cream of the milk. That's expensive.